uplift base.
So we
Select knows all about it. Forget everything.
Ready for dust off.
Ready for dust off, Sean.
Siege Tank continuing to do a good bit of damage. That creep spread is getting very aggressive. Dimaga does not quite have the amount of infestors he needs.
Gonna stim in there and kill that spawn crawler. Actually, Select so smart, spreading those 3 Marines out so they can't all get fungal at the same time. And Dimaga's really just choosing not to deal with this drop, Sean.
Dimaga's actually falling apart a little bit. I'm surprised to see him getting so flustered by this play. We see all the infested Terrans doing a lot of damage, and what does Select answer with? A straight push through the mid, aggressively stepping forward. It looks like the drop play has now concluded, but Dimaga desperately needs to have some sort of answer to what's in mid, and Dimaga now springing around into action. He does this around the tanks are not sieged and do more damage to the Marines than to the Lings. The tanks are gone. Select has to head on home.
But at the same time, Sean, there is a drop at Dimaga's 3rd base. Only a handful of Marines have taken out a ton of these drones on the outside edges, staying away from those 2 spine crawlers. Select's drops are just doing incredible things for him this match.
And now it looks like Select really committing to a big push up on top. Uh-oh, infestors managed to nab both of them.
Oh, no.
Can he get another fungal growth? He does. And let's see if he can manage to pick off these medevacs. The full one gets taken down, and
he wants both of them.
Great play by Dimaga.
Now, we also see Select does have his 3rd base up. There also is another drop with a handful of Marines here in the main base, but he hasn't moved out just yet. I'm not sure. Dimaga cannot see that on the left side of his main, but it's pretty incredible that Dimaga has remained alive in this match thus far with only Lings and only Infestors.
But here come the Ultralisks, Dimaga's trademark favorite unit. That drop gets denied. Once again, this pair of beach balls will be able to take down that medevac with ease.
And, well...
Oh, no. Oh, whoopsie daisies. Let's just come on, catch up to it. Get there.
All
you got to do is...
There he goes. The Queen comes out and finishes it for him. So, Select doesn't... I mean, he's going to have a hard time moving out, especially with those Ultralisks now on the field. What is he supposed to do, Sean, to really continue this pressure?
He's going to try to do as much counterattacking and as much pinning back of this force as he can until his tank count gets high enough. He's going to continue to lift up, but where are those infestors trying to nab it? It's slowly going back to the backside, but look at this. Already just gearing up to redrop immediately. Great foresight there by Select.
He only has 2 Marines, but that can definitely take care of that Queen if the... Well, how much? Yeah, it actually can kill the Queen. So back here in Select's 3rd base, there is a huge force, but at the same time, Dimaga is thinking about moving forward right now, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, Select looking really strong, but oh, Dimaga, here he comes. We're seeing all the infested Terrans move forward, but look at that great control by Select, spreading, pulling back the Ultras now getting into the fray. Will the tank stay alive long? Absolutely not. It looks like they're trying to target fire the infestors, but he breaks through the front lines.
And there's really not too much forces for Select to do anything against. I think Dimaga is actually going to be able to take out Select here, Sean.
It looks like, oh no, the 3rd command center lifts, and the SCVs are all caught. They're going to try to run their clustering up, and he's...
Oh, is he going to...
One fungal.
Come on, please. No.
Gets out of there. Ouch.
And then he gets a tank shell in return, so... That would have been a pretty important fungal there, but at the same time, he just denied the 3rd base of Select. There's another drop happening here, though, for Select, and he will be able to take out that spine crawler. Probably won't be able to finish that hatchery, though.
This is what Select is going for, all these drop plays. That is his trademark style, but the thing that he has really worked on are these upgrades, almost at 3-3. It is the combination of Select aggression and incredibly well-timed upgrades that he has been practicing, and it is really shining through. Even though Dimaga does have the advantage, Select is far from out of this match.
There's a bunker building for Select here in the middle, but it will get quickly taken out by all those Ultras. Looks like Dimaga wants to go in and deny this 4th base of Select. He has already lifted it though, so there's really not going to be too much to deny. I don't even think the infestors are coming with, so no infested Terrans will be used. But Select is in a very hard position right now. 171 supply for Dimaga and 134 for Select. It's really going to be hard to come back.
And Select continuing to try to push. Now, Dimaga is playing an interesting strategy at this point. One of the biggest elements of any long-term game is managing expansions. He is going to try to largely starve the Terran out, positioning most of his army at the south side and trying to deny this base. And whenever units come down to try to clean up, he is going to nab those one at a time.
And, you know, Dimaga is just kind of sitting pretty right now in the middle of the map. He does have the 4-2 upgrades, just now starting the 3-3 upgrades, of course. 2 more ultras coming in. Is he going to push forward here?
Uh-oh, that's
Select
a
doesn't
lot of
really have a good
Marines out of
spread. There's a
position.
good fungal. He's
And
moving
now
in, Sean.
Ultralisk springing into action, and oh, the Marines get absolutely annihilated, but there are a lot of tanks up on the high ground, continuing to rain fire down, and the SCV count is slowly dwindling, but Select with the Marauder count able to push back.
And Select looking really strong against that last attack. He is not stopping, Sean. He's actually stemming forward and taking out these infestors, but the ultras are cutting them off.
Oh,
is he going to be able to get back?
Diced up. And manages to
loads
escape.
up. Those ultras will have to go home, but
oh, look at the number of workers killed for Dimaga.
That was a lot of SCVs.
44 have been annihilated at this 3rd expansion. But Select still continuing to push forward. He does have those 3-3 upgrades on his infantry.
we have 5 infestors about to pop here for Dimaga. Probably going to be seeing him push forward with that. Looks like he will be transferring over these drones to another base up here. Looks like it will be the 4th base, but Select is actually going to be pushing out here on the map, Sean.
And there it looks like Select runs right into a whole bunch of melee units right at the shrubbery, and oh no, Select tries to siege up, but the Ultralists are managing to hit it from below. The siege tanks just evaporate, and now Select's trying to micro those Marauders as best he can. He might be able to pick off that one lone Ultralisk if he can catch up, but he's got to be careful. There's an Infestor ready to fungal.
Yeah, those Infestors could get a big fungal here, but it looks like Dimaga does not know that he's at the Xel'Naga Tower, so he will fall back. This is just an epic slugfest from what started with a simple Baneling bust, Sean.
Yeah, it's actually amazing to think. The 11 racks in game 1 went 20 minutes, and now we see the Baneling bust hitting 25 minutes, a real testament to how good these players are.
Select has still been pretty slow about pushing, but Dimaga is looking like he's going to be moving forward. A small force here for Select will get cleaned up. And Select is ready in the center, but he's got to be careful to not get fungal. There's a big fungal coming down on him with all the bioforces, Sean, but he's doing pretty well at the moment.
See Ultros continue to spring forward. Another gigantic fungal manages to nab a lot of the Marine Marauder, but the Marauder count's a little too high, and Select's control is a little bit too good.
Wow.
And he cleans it up.
You know, at the start of that fight, I would not say Select was going to be the winner, but he is moving forward now with these bioforces. The 3-3 Marine Marauder medevac is just terrorizing Dimaga right now. One Ultralisk about to pop. He actually might have just won, Sean.
Oh my gosh, but we see a lot of speed Zerglings moving out onto the field. Do they have that adrenal upgrade or not? Oh no. Oh, he forgot the adrenal upgrade. Oh, Dimaga, no wonder he's been unable to do a lot of damage with those Zerglings. He has not gotten the critical Hive-Tech upgrade, and Select, who was playing from behind all game long, may have just come back, JP.
Oh, a big fungal going down. These Ultras will be able to chew through those units, but he does lift off. I like the fact that there are Vikings out from Select. You know, we haven't seen any Broodlords or anything like that, but he has them just in case. It's really, really great preparation to see that.
And there's that aggression from Select trying to escape. We'll have to be patient. Wait for that fungal growth to wear off. Can Dimaga get up there to get another fungal growth in time? It looks like Select is still going to be able to pull out more huge forces streaming into the natural.
Uh-oh, he needs to be careful not to get fungaled here. He starts to split his forces, dodging one of them, but another one lands on a lot of them. And, you know, he's actually targeting the infestors there with the energy that could fungal. That was so smart there from Select. His unit control has been insane, but here's a big pincer attack. Will he be able to get out in time?
And it looks like more Ultras being rallied every which way. A drop in the top left gets cleaned out, but we're seeing Dimaga with an idle Ultralisk up at his top third. Just needs another cleave, and he cleans up that nice front line of Marauders. But holy macro, what the hell?
Select has been macroing like a boss, man. He is just destroying here as he's going to be pushing forward. There is enough for, I think, 2 or 3 fungals. He gets one of them, but the siege tanks are in siege mode, Sean.
And it looks like he's target firing all of those siege tanks, trying to throw the infested Terrans to do a little bit of extra damage, but my God. This is digital tug-of-war.
It says his current APM right now is 312, which is pretty insane when you think about the new system. But he gets
he may have cleaned it up. And right when you thought that Select's army was about to dissipate, it just keeps going back and back and back to his main base, and Dimaga may slowly be starved out. Dimaga needs some way to put pressure on this bottom left.
He's only on 2 mineral fields right now, already mined out at his main and his natural, but he has a lot of infestors as well as these Ultralisks. But Select has just been so annoying with that small force that he has, just controlling them so well in this game.
I mean, this is an incredible display of defense by Dimaga at this point, and by Select's ability to come back into games with his aggression, this medevac count being as high as it is what's allowing Select to push forward. A subtle maneuver Select has been doing again and again is that in every engagement, he pulls the medevacs away from the Marine Marauder so that way Fungals can't hit everything. As a result, the medevacs have managed to stay not only alive, but at full health for the most part. And we're seeing the Ghost Academy also going down for Select. His main has been mined out. We hear those transfuses that will bring those Ultralisks back to full health. And it looks like Select just took a moment to take a little birthday break, just hang out in his booth.
The big thing here is if he can get those Ghosts out, he's taken a page out of MVP's playbook and just, he will snipe those Ultras and they will die oh so quickly, and then he will just laugh. He's going to easily be able to take out Dimaga, but he's got to get them out first. They take a long time to build. And we don't see any coming out just yet as that Ghost Academy is finished.
This might have been a critical misstep by Select. For once, at the 30-minute mark, the action is finally cooling off. Dimaga getting to take these 2 inner expansions. And a maneuver Dimaga must do soon is eliminate these destructible debris. So that way he can open up more attack paths than just straight up in the center.
It looks like Dimaga is slowly moving forward here. Select is going to move forward, though, with his units. He's going to catch 2 of these medevacs out. And another fungal going down. Select is slowly losing a lot of his force, Sean.
Oh, Ultralisk getting a little overbold. Going to have to pull those back. The most important of all, no adrenal glands. The classic blunder you can make at this phase in the game. 4 more Ultralisks coming out. Oh no, the tanks are unsieged. One fungal and 1 bad angle could mean the end of Select's army.
Select is going to siege once again here in the middle, but it looks like Dimaga is going to push forward.
Coming out from the other side of the shrubbery, and it looks like we see infested Terrans being lobbed in every angle to absorb some of those hits from the siege tanks. A big fungal up on the north side, and the Ultralist pulling everything apart. But is the unit count too high for Select? We see the Ultralist on the top going in the wrong direction, and oh my goodness, Select may have just cleaned this push up.
Select is just so good with his unit control. We see the Ghosts are now in the fray. He does have enough for Snipe. And Dimaga might just be mined out, Sean.
And he gets cleaned up. Fungal growths go down. The Ultralisk step into action, but Select with a great kiting, controlling near perfectly. More Zerglings trying to spring out, but Select just, no matter what Dimaga throws at him, he has an answer.
This is incredible stuff out of Select. I mean, we talked about how he had to change his style, and he's definitely done so. He's also upped his game. I haven't seen control like this from him ever before. You can definitely tell that going to Korea has helped him oh so much.
And I mean, if Select can pull the win off here, he will be in the winner's bracket semifinals. And just note that this expansion here in the bottom left has been completely untouched by the Zerg player. It has been a free expansion for Select because this aggression is so perfect. And there's the 3rd base, now getting taken down by Select.
The big force here from Dimaga, but he's fighting into a choke point. There's EMP on a couple of the infestors, but is it going to be enough, Sean? Great control, could take out all these Ultras, and they are slowly losing their HP, but they are going to be able to fall back and retreat.
And Dimaga stepping forward into the fray again, and oh no, all he needs to do is pick off that hatchery, and he does it. Now starting to kite those Ultralisks, doing massive amounts of damage, picking off the Broodlings. And these medevacs just do not die, JP.
And these are definitely Select's backbone in this army. They've just done so much for him, both in the early game with those drops and now in the late game, of course, just keeping his units alive. But Dimaga will not quit, man. He's using his transfusion